Zverev's impressive return at ATP Toronto Masters. In a remarkable comeback, Alexander Zverev returned to the tennis court after a month-long hiatus, showcasing his skills with a decisive victory over Adam Walton in the ATP Toronto Masters. The match concluded with a score of 7-6, 8-6, 6-3, propelling Zverev into the third round of the tournament. After an early exit in the first round of Wimbledon, Zverev took time off to address mental fatigue and even sought guidance at Rafael Nadal's academy in Mallorca, where he likely received valuable insights regarding his career. During the match, Zverev faced a challenging start, trailing 4-1 in the tiebreak of the first set. However, he displayed resilience, not encountering a single break point until he was serving for the match at 5-3, where he found himself down 0-40. Although he dropped that game, he quickly regained control by breaking back, capitalizing on a double fault from Walton on match point. One of the highlights of the match was a thrilling 52-shot rally, and with this win, Zverev notched his 499th career victory. "Sometimes it's just about winning," Zverev remarked, acknowledging that while the match may not have been aesthetically pleasing, the outcome was what mattered most. As the 2017 champion in Canada, Zverev is set to face Italian player Matteo Arnaldi, who advanced by defeating qualifier Tristan Schoolkate with a score of 6-3, 3-6, 6-3. In other matches, third-seeded Lorenzo Musetti and fifth-seeded Holger Rune both made strong starts, winning their matches in straight sets. Musetti, who received a bye in the first round, quickly dispatched Australian qualifier James Duckworth with a score of 7-5, 6-1, while Rune overcame Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard with a score of 7-6, 9-7, 6-3. 8-seed Casper Ruud also secured a win, defeating Roman Safiullin 6-3, 6-3, contributing to a series of successful outings for the seeded players. However, the tournament is notably missing some of its top talent, as both world number 1 Jannik Sinner and second-ranked Carlos Alcaraz are sidelined due to injuries and fatigue. Musetti, a former semi-finalist at both Wimbledon and Roland Garros, was particularly impressive against Duckworth, finishing the match in just 82 minutes. He capitalized on a double fault from Duckworth to break serve at 5-1 and sealed the match with an ace. After a challenging summer where he lost his only grass match at Wimbledon and was eliminated in his opening match in Washington, Musetti is looking to regain his form. His last victory prior to this match was in early June during the quarterfinals of Roland Garros. Musetti recorded 17 winners, while Duckworth struggled with over 30 unforced errors, which ultimately cost him the match. Next, Musetti will face American Alex Michelsen, who triumphed over Chilean qualifier Tomas Barrios Vera with a score of 7-6, 9-7, 6-3. Rune, returning to action after a first-round exit at Wimbledon, handed Mpetshi Perricard his fourth loss against top 10 players. The Danish player, a four-time Masters finalist, achieved his first hardcourt victory since March at Indian Wells. "It was a very tricky first match for me. He's a big server, and there wasn't much rhythm in the match," Rune explained after his 75-minute win. He emphasized the importance of managing his own serve and seizing opportunities when they arose. "It was about finding a way to win at the end of the first set tiebreak. In the second set, I performed well when it mattered. I think my serving was very effective today." Rune, currently ranked 9th in the world, kept his unforced errors to a minimum, recording only 10, which was significantly lower than his opponent's tally. In other matches, 11th seed Karen Khachanov secured a victory against Argentina's Juan Pablo Ficovich with a score of 6-4, 6-2. Last year's Canadian champion, Alexei Popyrin, also advanced, defeating local wildcard Nicolas Arsenault 7-6, 9-7, 6-3. Unfortunately for Canadian Denis Shapovalov, his struggles at home continued as he lost to Leonard Tien with a score of 7-6, 7-4, 7-5, extending his losing streak in Canada since 2019. 10th-seeded former champion Daniil Medvedev successfully navigated his opening match and will face Popyrin next. Having won against Czech lucky loser Dalibor Sversina with a score of 7-6, 7-3, 6-4, despite both players accumulating over 40 unforced errors throughout the match. Holger Rune triumphs over Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard at National Bank Open. In a thrilling opening match at the National Bank Open, Holger Rune triumphed over Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard, securing a 7-6, 7, 6-3 victory. This match marked Rune's first step in the U.S. Open Series, and it was anything but straightforward. This was a very challenging first match for me, as he is a powerful server and the game lacked a consistent rhythm, Rune shared during his post-match press conference. I had to focus intently on my own service games while also seizing any chances that came my way. Ranked 5th in the tournament, Rune was looking to redeem himself after a loss to the formidable French player in 2024. He managed to complete the match in just 1 hour and 15 minutes on the prestigious center court. Having not played since his early exit at Wimbledon last month, Rune was eager to kick off the summer hard court season. He had recently made headlines by announcing a collaboration with tennis legend Andre Agassi at the Mubadala City DC Open. He's a true icon in the sport, and everyone recognizes his unique style and contributions, Rune remarked about Agassi. I thought reaching out to him would be a great opportunity for mentorship. Rune expressed his appreciation for the fresh perspective Agassi brought to his game. It was refreshing to have someone with a different viewpoint analyze my play. I noticed some similarities in our styles, particularly in our strong returns. When I contacted him, he was very receptive, which was encouraging. Hearing his insights was incredibly valuable, especially coming from someone of his stature in tennis. Unfortunately, Rune had to withdraw from the Washington, D.C. tournament due to an unexpected back injury. However, he appeared to be in excellent form against Mpetshi Perricard, who had previously advanced past Shintaro Mochizuki in his Canadian main draw debut. Mpetshi Perricard had a psychological edge over Rune, having defeated him in the semifinals at the Swiss Indoors Basel last fall. In a match that mirrored the intensity of his previous encounters, Mpetshi Perricard had recently pushed eventual semifinalist Taylor Fritz to 5 sets at Wimbledon. The opening set on Tuesday was tightly contested, with both players holding serve for 12 consecutive games. Mpetshi Perricard initially took a 3-1 lead in the tiebreaker, but Rune rallied back, saving a set point at 6-7 and ultimately clinching the set on his second chance. The decisive moment came in the second set, when Rune achieved the only break of the match during the fourth game, taking advantage of a 0-40 situation to surge ahead 5-2. Although Mpetshi Perricard made Rune serve for the match, the 22-year-old handled the pressure with ease. Finishing the contest in just over an hour, Rune's performance was impressive, with 23 winners compared to only 10 unforced errors across the 2 sets. Looking ahead, Rune may face another French opponent in the third round, as he awaits the outcome of the match between number 29 seed Alexandra Müller and Miomir Kekmanovic, where Rune currently leads their head-to-head 3-1. What do you think about Rune's chances in the upcoming matches? Do you believe his collaboration with Agassi will significantly impact his performance? Share your thoughts in the comments. Zverev, Musetti, and Rune win at National Bank Open. The world of tennis is full of surprises and tension, and the recent National Bank Open has already delivered some intriguing moments that fans won't want to miss. Top-seeded Alexander Zverev, rising stars Lorenzo Musetti, and Holger Rune all secured victories in their opening matches, setting the tone for what promises to be a thrilling tournament. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite being ranked 3rd globally, Zverev entered this event as the number 1 seed due to the unexpected withdrawals of big names like Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, raising questions about how tournament seedings truly impact player confidence and audience expectations. In Toronto on Tuesday night, Zverev faced Adam Walton in his first match since a disappointing Wimbledon exit. The German player won 7-6, 6-4, but if you look closer, this victory meant much more than just advancing to the next round. Earlier this season, Zverev made a strong statement by reaching the Australian Open final, showcasing his potential to dominate. Yet, his early loss at Wimbledon to Arthur Rinderknecht revealed struggles he was facing beneath the surface. In particular, mental challenges that many athletes often find difficult to articulate. Zverev himself admitted, "I'm trying to find ways to kind of get out of this hole. I keep kind of finding myself back in it in a way," highlighting how much the mental game truly influences performance at the highest level. One of the key moments in Zverev's match was a grueling 52-shot rally during the tiebreaker, a test of endurance and focus that swung the momentum in his favor and eventually earned him a crucial set point. Reflecting on that intense exchange, he said, "It was a very important moment and a very important point for me. I was lucky to get through in the first set and then finish it off in two." For those not deeply familiar with tennis, a 52-shot rally is quite remarkable, demonstrating physical stamina and mental fortitude, especially under pressure. Meanwhile, other seeded players also shone on the scorching afternoon courts of Toronto. Third-seeded Italian Lorenzo Musetti made a strong impression by defeating Australian qualifier James Duckworth 7-5, 6-1. Musetti's ability to close the match decisively after a close first set speaks to his rising status in men's tennis. Likewise, fifth-seeded Danish talent Holger Rune edged out French player Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard 7-6, 6-3, further emphasizing the growing depth of young contenders shaking up the established order. It's important to note that all top-seeded competitors received a first-round bye in this prestigious Masters 1000 event, a common practice designed to give higher-ranked players a slight advantage and ensure top-quality matchups in later rounds. However, this year's tournament experienced notable withdrawals, including number 5 seed Jack Draper and the legendary Novak Djokovic at number 6. Such absences inevitably stirred debate about tournament dynamics. How much does the withdrawal of star players affect the competitive landscape? And does it pave the way for emerging stars or simply diminish the event's prestige? Other key players who progressed smoothly included number 8 Casper Ruud, number 10 Daniil Medvedev, number 11 Karen Khachanov, number 14 Francisco Cerundolo, and number 18 Alexei Popyrin, who entered as the defending champion. In an upset highlighting the unpredictability of tennis, Riley Opelka triumphed over the 16th-seeded Tomas Machak in a thrilling 3-set battle, reminding fans that rankings don't always guarantee success on the court. This lively Masters 1000 event opens the door for intense matches and intense discussions. Will Zverev manage to regain his top form and push beyond the mental hurdles he has described? How will the withdrawal of top competitors impact the overall quality and excitement of the tournament? And, for the ambitious young talents like Musetti and Rune, is this their breakthrough moment on the big stage, or just another stepping stone in their journey? We invite you to share your thoughts and predictions, because after all, tennis is as much about the passion and opinions of its fans as it is about the scores and statistics.